What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to talk about why wide receivers need to understand coverages. All right, guys, so receivers, they're players on the offense. They need to understand coverages. I think the only players that don't really need to understand coverages too much are linemen. I think quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, they all need, obviously quarterbacks, but they all need to understand coverages and what those different coverages are accomplishing, okay? So the one thing for receivers, the way you can tell if it's man coverage, right? Corners pressing you and he's looking at you. He's not looking at that quarterback. He's not off. He's pressed up. He's looking right at you. You know he's playing you in man coverage. Now, that's the thing. When you understand that, everybody gets all pissed off when I say something like, oh, you shouldn't look until you're open. Yeah, that's when the situation calls for it. And everybody thinks, oh, well, you should be expecting back shoulder. No, you need to know the situation for when it's back shoulder. Let's say the corner's 10 yards off, right, and it's covered 4. Yeah, you should probably be expecting back shoulder. You shouldn't be running down the field with your head down. But if the corner's pressed up and man on you, you should probably gain some separation first and beat this guy by a couple of steps and then look for the ball. You should be focused on gaining separation and beating the man coverage before you start looking for this ball, right? So you need to understand coverages. You can't just be sitting there and thinking, oh, he's pressing me, but you know, I don't know what coverage it is, and you're unprepared. You know what I mean? You gotta look at the safeties too. That's 2 high safeties. Could be cover 2, cover 4, or it could be cover 6. Okay, cover 4, quarters. Everybody's got a zone. 2 safeties playing 2 zones in the middle, corners playing 2 zones outside. They got the sideline. Okay, you should know anything underneath is probably what's going to work for that. So if you're running a hitch or if you're running a slant, you should probably be thinking, okay, I might be getting the ball here. If you got a fade, you're probably going to be thinking, okay, I'm probably just a decoy. I'm going to try to take this guy downfield, but also be expecting back shoulder. And let's say it's a 1 high safety, okay? That could be cover 1, that could be cover 3, okay? Cover 3, corners are bailing, they're playing the field in thirds. The free safety's got the middle of the field, corners, they got the sidelines, okay? Corner's gonna be off. Same thing, you should probably be expecting back shoulder, but what works against cover 3 is anything towards the sideline, guys. So if you've got a route towards the sideline, if you're running a speed out, you should probably be thinking, okay, I'm probably gonna get the ball. If you got a corner, you might be thinking, okay, I might get the ball. But anything to the sideline, guys, is what's going to work against cover 3. Now, if it's cover 1, if it's man, it could be cover 0. If you don't see any safeties back there, you know the QB's getting pressure. So let's focus on getting in and out of this break, coming off this release, being real quick, real sudden, getting into this route, create some separation, then look for the ball because the quarterback's going to be getting it out of his hand. And also, if you have a short route against man coverage, you should probably be thinking, okay, I might be getting this ball here, guys. So you got to understand coverages. You got to understand what those different coverages are trying to do, and you got to understand what those coverages give the offense just from a lineup standpoint, okay? But receivers, they have to be on the same page as the quarterback. That's why quarterbacks make great receivers when they make that transition. Like David Sills at West Virginia, he made a great receiver because he understood what the quarterback was looking for, how a quarterback thinks. You have to be on the same page with your quarterback, and ultimately that's going to help you get the ball. You know why Edelman gets the ball from Brady all the time? Because Edelman played quarterback. He understands what Brady's looking for, the windows Brady has to throw into. You have to be a second quarterback on that field. You have to understand, okay, cover 2, cover 4, okay, it's 0, it's cover 1, and what those coverages are trying to accomplish and how we can beat those coverages. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave in the comments any questions you guys have. I'd really appreciate that, and I'll see you guys next time.